Hello everyone, Jose 32 back with another deck review. Today we're looking at a few decks actually. First there's the Bicycle Sumi from Card Experiment, and also from the same series the Sumi Grandmaster and Artist Edition decks. Alright, so these are the Sumi playing cards, the latest from Card Experiment. Well, that is until they get the other project produced and fulfilled. Of course, we had the Bicycle branded Sumi deck, which was printed by USPC, and then we got the Grandmaster deck and the Artist deck, Sumi Artist, Sumi Grandmaster, which were printed by Expert Playing Cards, which is a little bit annoying because it meant that I had to wait several, I think it was at least a few extra months to get my decks, because these were not produced at the same time as this one, and then shipping from Asia to North America and blah blah. It's a headache. I think creators should avoid that. Anyways, rant over. These decks are a homage to Wabori. Also, I've also seen it listed as Erizumi, which is a traditional Japanese tattoo art. The deck emulates the iconic elements of ukiyo-e, which are mythical creatures and heroes of the Marsh. And I actually had a deck on Heroes of the Marsh at some point in time. I still have it somewhere, I think. The Expert Playing Card Company decks come in a vellum tuck with lots of embossing and foils, as you can see. But in the Bicycle one, it's just a standard USPC tuck, although there is metallic inks, I do believe. The dragon you see on the tuck case is, I guess, known as Kurikara Ryu, and it's swirling around a sword, which is known as the Kurikara Ken. And I apologize for my pronunciation or lack thereof, if there is any issues with that. I'm just looking for any more information, so we'll get on with it. So the front, of course, says Bicycle, and in Sumi you see the dragon swirling around the sword in gold and, well, dark colors, gold, white. Artwork just continues around the sides and the top. The bottom, you got a logo, and it says it's designed by TokMR.com, TOKMR.com, with some trademark stuff. And in the back you got this symbol and artwork, and then a foil seal in red and silver that says Sumi, because why not? Actually, it's Sumi. You can see the letters in there. Interesting. The other ones, same artwork. It's more simple. It's just a dragon and the sword. This one's got red details. Very embossed, by the way. Very embossed. And this one's got gold details. My problem with this one is the colors on the dragon don't stand out enough from the rest of the tuck case. So the detail becomes kind of lost in the color, really. Just it's not there. It could have been better. Out to the side you get pips, some nice embossing again in foil. And on the other side it says Sumi with that logo. Top, nothing. The bottom, again, just the same information, the ad copy. The back, you got this logo. Again, lots of detail. And then on these flaps, these seals, is basically the same thing. Not as shiny as the USPC one, but again, it says Sumi on it. One silver, one gold. On the flap, you get some Bicycle trademark stuff with some artwork on this one. And then you get to the cards. A lot to talk about with this one, so it's going to be a longer video. This one, you get this little detail here, little, I guess, a kanji, if you will, and that is known as, it's actually a Sidham script, which means akala, which is a popular tattoo motif. So you'll see a lot of Asians, I guess, with that tattoo on them. Very interesting. All right. So getting into the bicycle deck first, you do get a card experiment ad card. It's pretty nice. Nice details. And then in the back, you can see they got metallic inks on these ones. Pretty thin borders. You also get a double backer. The other decks do not have those cards because they're only 54 card decks. The Jokers are a diptych. It's the two Jokers go together to form a picture. Say Joker in the corner. That picture, I'll set it here, is the nine-tailed fox, which is a yokai that can transform into anything to fool people, which is pretty interesting. Very colorful. Well, somewhat colorful. Put that aside. The Ace of Spades is Sumi with the dragon within it and lightning bolts. You can see metallic inks. The other aces, again, dragons, big pips. I should actually mention the aces actually have something going on here. The aces have mythological animals and creatures. The Ace of Spades is a dragon representing lightning and Sakura. The Ace of Hearts is the carp representing water and the maple leaf. Apparently, I'm not sure how what a fish has to do with maple leaves, but maybe that's just what is in there. But it's interesting. The Ace of Clubs has a lion / CC, and also smoke and peony. And then the Ace of Diamonds has the Phoenix with fire and lotus. So yeah, pretty cool. That's a detail. Massive pips. Just how a guy likes his deck of cards. Massive pips. And then we get to the Kings. The Kings, let's move on, feature four I should say, not five. 4 of the 5 great wisdom kings. The King of Spades, I'm going to butcher these names for sure. The King of Spades is Vajrayaksa. The King of Hearts is Yamantaka. And you can see this one has red colors and gold colors to them. The clubs and spades have black pips and they got gold colors. Hearts and diamonds have red pips with red colors. The King of Clubs here is Kundali Vidyaraja. And the King of Diamonds is Trilokaya Vijaya. Trilokaya Vijaya. Something like that. It's a freaking long name. It's got like 15 letters in it. I'm sorry. I apologize about the pronunciation. The Queens feature goddesses from Japanese myth and Buddhism. And they include, Queen of Spades here is Zanami no Mikoto, the goddess of death. The death card, really. The Queen of Hearts is Kiss Holden, the goddess of beauty. The Queen of Clubs is Amaterasu Omikami, the nature goddess. And Queen of Diamonds is Benzaiten, the goddess of good fortune. Which is pretty interesting. And then the Jacks, they feature Kabuki characters. The Jack of Spades is Dan Shichi Korabe. Jack of the Jack of Hearts, is, I actually am not sure. I think they list the Jack of Hearts and Jack of Diamonds both as Kintaro. Not 100% sure. Jack of Clubs is Tenjiku Tokubei. And then, of course, Jack of Diamonds listed as Kintaro. Kintaro! And no, I did not bother to look at what Kabuki really is, but it is what it is. That's a lot of information. Beautiful custom pips on the number cards. Each kind of has a motif of their aces, their suit within them, I would say, with the flowers, leaves, whatever it was. So that's pretty nice. The back design, in case I didn't show you, lots of detail, very cool, very Asian looking, and gold metallic inks, and it's black and gold and white. I'm going to put these aside, and we'll look at the next one. The Artist Edition here. This one, and you'll find, man, you can see the embossing on the inside of Tuckers. It's ridiculous how embossed it is. This one, you get the same Jokers, the diptych Joker, except it's got blue colors, blue smoke. The back design, red and blue, very nice. Same back design. There could be some minor differences. I didn't really compare them from one to the other. No, basically it's the same thing. It's just a different color. Whether or not they're supposed to have metallic inks, I'm not sure. It's not really noticeable on expert playing card company decks. The aces, you'll see, are the same again with reddish colors. And the court cards are the same as well. Same figures, just different color scheme. I think the spades and the clubs in this one have blue colored pips. Hearts and diamonds are red. And the same colors throughout the court cards. Same pips as before as well. I apologize if I'm going through it a little bit quick. I just want to not make this a 15-minute video, which it probably will be. Moving on to the last deck. The Grandmaster. This one is blue colored on the faces. Same diptych Jokers. The backs, white and blue. Very nice. Very unique. All the color schemes in a stack. And the aces, again, you'll see the same thing. This one, the aces just have white and blue colors. The spades and clubs have blue, or sorry, I should say white pips. Hearts and diamonds have red pips. Basically the same thing though. And again, court cards, more the same. Unlike some creators, the court cards are exactly the same, just the color is different, which is fine, it's something. But I know some creators, like say Third Way, that actually would make different, would change things on each court card and not have them exactly the same. Anyways, you see the number cards. I think I actually saw something before as well with a card in this deck. Let me just verify that. I did. I really did. So here's one thing I noticed. It seems like a mistake to me. All the nines are like this, with the pips lined up like this, except for the 9 of spades on all the decks, which has the pip in the center. Whoops, in my opinion. These decks from Expert Playing Cards, they have very nice stock and finish. You can see the embossing. It's I don't remember what it's called. Was it Robusto maybe? I'm not 100% sure. But it's my favorite stock and finish from Experts / Legends. Handles beautifully. Thumbs up for using that stock. Oh god. Hang on. I always love it when the phone rings while I'm doing a deck review and I gotta squeeze myself out of here and answer the phone. Anyways, like I said, beautiful stock and finish. Thumbs up for using it. They didn't have to, but they did. I mean, they could have gone with a much cheaper stock, like the LC cards. But yeah, they're beautiful. They handle very nice. The USB-C one, and let's just see. The USB-C one, of course, is good as well. It's on a B stock with a magic finish, and it's traditionally cut, so it handles just as good. If I was to compare them, I would say, wow. I would say the USB-C one is slightly thinner. You can almost tell it's slightly thinner, but stock-wise, it's almost very similar. And finish, obviously, they're both very good. So, yeah, that's great. They did pretty good. The stock and the finish handles beautifully. Of course, I haven't played with them too much, so it's almost like it's brand new out of the box. Very good. I like it. I would say solid 10 out of 10, except for the delivery. I mean, yeah, there's the one little issue with the 9s, but the delivery, I mean, these bicycle ones were available a few months back already. from different sites, and I had to wait for the expert playing card company ones to come in. It shouldn't happen. Produce them all in the same factory. Avoid these issues. There's no reason why these had to be produced with expert playing cards. If they wanted fancy tucks, closed street press, to give them fancy tucks. I don't know why they had to go to expert playing cards. And I know USB-C, I mean, you could say, oh, well, maybe it's really limited. But USB-C does limited edition decks now as well. You could do 1,000 decks or whatever. So really, the reasons, I'm not sure. Anyways, overall, very interesting decks. Well done. Some of the, actually, probably I would say my favorite decks from Card Experiment right now. I mean, I can't think of any others that are better. They're really nice. That is that. Comment, rate, subscribe. Let me know what you think. I'll see you next time with more. Thanks for watching. Hopefully I didn't forget any information. I don't think I did. No. See ya.